Hey there, YouTubers. All right, unboxing video time. So I have a couple of things in this box, I believe. You know, usually Amazon freaking sends these huge boxes. This one is actually making me wonder if this CPU is going to come with a fan. Seems like it might be a little thin, but so this is the i3 10320. All right, in a second we'll get out of the box. Let me pull up some of the info about it so I can talk intelligently, and maybe I'll unbox the other part of that later. All right, so let's take a look at the box first before I talk about it and see where it's made at. A lot of people want to know where are these made at. Some of them have been Vietnam, but this does not say. Now, socket wise, this is an LGA 1200. Base speed is 3.8 gigahertz, and we'll talk about max turbo should be 4.60. I'll do another video later that'll be more in depth. We'll actually open up Intel's Extreme tuning utilities so you can see what all the multipliers are, and I will run two benchmarks. We'll do user benchmark, and we will also do Cinebench R20. Not a whole lot of excitement on this box, folks, so let's go ahead and get this out of here. Now, lithography for this is 14 nanometers. They have not moved up to anything greater yet at Intel. Dang, I had the darnest time. You know, they had all these complaints about these seals breaking, and either they double sealed this or got better seals. All right, so I got this for like 160 something. Recommended price is 154 to 162, but I don't think you're gonna find it for that price. I held on to my order for the longest time to ensure that I got this at a decent price. There's the sticker that comes with it on the manual. Yours truly will not be putting that on his CPU. Not that I'm ashamed of it, you know, but I just, you know, I probably sell this one day, so better to keep it all somewhat complete. Some instructions in here on how to install it. Another video I will make, folks, is installing this in the H470 motherboard, okay? So, before we get to the CPU, let's take a look at what CPU cooler this came with. Now, things people always ask, and hopefully you watched this far into the video, does it come with thermal paste? Well, there is your thermal paste, folks. Sometimes they actually cover it, but in this case it's raw to the touch. But one application basically, and let's see. Yep, this is the crappy Intel fan. So if you saw my video on the i7, they have more of a premium fan, which you know, basically the wiring is whatchamacallit, braided or whatever, so it's all covered, instead of the way this is where you have three wires that you can basically get caught in the fan, right? So this is also the fan, I believe, that comes with the 8th and 9th gen. If we get in close enough, you guys can see the product number hopefully in there and compare it. But there you go. There's your connector that you'll need on your motherboard. Let's take a look at the CPU. So this has 4 cores, all right, and this is of course 10th gen, which means you need a 400 series motherboard, which if you've seen the channel, I've got like 8 of them here. We will put this in the H470 and see how it goes. We'll do our benchmarks. TDP 65 watts, and you can change your power limits inside of the BIOS or using the Extreme tuning utility. You'll get a slightly better bench. I don't honestly think it does much for gaming except run your processor even hotter. Now, memory wise, you'll be limited to DDR4 2666. So from my experience, you get 3000 megahertz, 3200, 3600. Guess what? You're going to end up not getting any faster than 2666. I have not figured out if there's a way to change the timings, and if there is, somebody please note the instructions down below, or actually send me the link to a video. Now, resolution wise, without this, so this does have integrated graphics. Okay, so one good thing about this CPU, besides being the most powerful i3 on the planet, is that when you're doing your build, you won't have to install a graphics card right off the bat. So one less thing to troubleshoot right off the bat, right? And it is capable of, with the UD 630 graphics, of hitting basically 4K. Actually, I think it's a little better, 4096 by 2304, so that's better than 4K ever so slightly. It's 60 hertz. Does have DirectX support. From what I've seen, it's mainly the motherboard and your copy of Windows. Will support up to 3 displays, and you know, you can read all this off Intel's website, but hey, I'm throwing it out there for you. PCI Express revision 3.0, so this doesn't support 4.0 yet. Obviously, you've been tracking. Now, it says, you know, T-junction for this guy basically is what the max temp that this will start to roll off at. All right, so if you've seen the channel, I ran an i7 9700F for I want to say 15 to 20 minutes at 99, 100 degrees Celsius. Whatever reason, it did not roll off very well, but that was a 9th gen. Hopefully the 10th gens are better. This will support Intel Optane memory and Intel Turbo Boost. So I will probably do a video on how to turn Turbo Boost off. In case you're wondering, Turbo Boost is automatically enabled, and if there's some reason that it's not, watch that video and I will show you how to turn it on. But that's about it, folks. Let's take a look at the back. Don't recommend touching your CPU without some kind of anti-static stuff, but on this channel we don't always do everything perfect. And that's what, you know, the world needs to realize. People don't do everything perfectly. There is no perfect person out there, and yours truly is definitely an example of that. All right, so you know, talking about this chip, so versus 9th gen, there's 49 more pins on it, okay, and electrically and mechanically it's slightly different, but you will not be able to use this on a 300 series motherboard, okay. I imagine there's somebody out there smart enough that could make an adapter to get it to work, but yours truly is not that smart. And beyond that, CPU cooler wise, since this is the same as the 9th gen, I'm assuming most of the LGA 1151 CPU coolers will work with this. This Saturday, I will bring in 3 CPU coolers, one of which will go with this, and hopefully I'll make a video, you know, of my findings that yes, it's pretty much LGA 1151 fans work with 1200. So dimensionally, this is, you know, pretty much the same, right? So hey, thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.